Listen up, because I'm about to tell you something most people don't want to hear. Life doesn't care about your feelings. Life doesn't care about your excuses. Every time you tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm too tired, or it's not the right time, you are literally stealing pieces of your own future. You're handing over power to your fears, your laziness, your comfort zone. And guess what? Comfort is the graveyard of dreams. The longer you make excuses, the further you push away the life you want, and the harder it becomes to ever reach it. Excuses are a disease, and the world is full of people infected by them. They sit around scrolling, watching, whining, hoping something will magically change, but it won't. Your dreams don't care about your reasons for failing, they care about your actions. Success isn't about talent, luck, or waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about dominance. It's about discipline. Every time you choose later instead of now, you are giving up control of your future. The rich, the powerful, the unstoppable, they don't negotiate with excuses. They attack, they grind, they execute. And you can either be a spectator in your own life or the champion of it. Which one are you going to choose? Every excuse you make isn't just a small slip, it's a direct strike against your potential. It might feel harmless when you say, I don't have time, or I'll start tomorrow, but that's the lie people tell themselves to feel safe. Safety is the enemy of greatness. Comfort lulls you into thinking that just showing up in life is enough. But the truth is, the world doesn't care about your feelings, and it certainly doesn't reward hesitation. Every second you spend making excuses is a second your competitors, your rivals, and even the people you look down on are using to get ahead. While you debate why something can't be done, someone else is executing, dominating, and turning their vision into reality. You see, excuses aren't neutral. They're active thieves. They steal time, energy, and momentum. They erode the foundation of your future bit by bit until one day you wake up and realize you've built a life of what-ifs instead of victories. Think about it. Every great achiever in history didn't succeed because they had perfect conditions. They succeeded because they refused to let reasons stop them. They refused to let obstacles justify inaction. They didn't wait for motivation to strike, for inspiration to whisper, or for the right time to appear magically on the horizon. They created their moments and they attacked relentlessly. And the moment you start making excuses, you immediately place yourself in the category of the spectators, the ones who watch life happen instead of commanding it. You're telling the universe, consciously or unconsciously, that your dreams are optional, that your ambitions can be paused, and that the clock can wait for you. But the clock is ruthless. It doesn't bend. It doesn't care about your excuses, and it certainly won't pause while you recover from your self-imposed limitations. Here's a hook that should wake you up. Every excuse you make is like a tax on your own potential. The more excuses you pay, the more your future gets eaten alive. Every I can't is a promise broken to yourself. Every not now is a betrayal of the person you were capable of becoming. And the worst part, the mind gets addicted to this behavior. It finds comfort in inaction and rationalizes laziness as prudence. I'm resting, I'm planning, I'm waiting for the right time, it whispers. But there is no right time. Waiting is the language of losers. Execution is the language of champions. Every excuse builds a wall between you and what you truly want, and the longer you let it grow, the taller it becomes, the harder it is to climb over it later. Excuses are seductive because they make failure feel safe. They mask fear as logic. They disguise laziness as prudence. But listen carefully, your D. Reams are screaming for action, not explanations. Your ambitions don't want reasons, they demand results. Every excuse is a silent agreement with mediocrity, a handshake with complacency. And the harsh truth is, most people never recover from that agreement. They spend their lives blaming circumstances, blaming others, blaming time itself, never realizing that every excuse they utter is a nail in the coffin of the life they could have had. It's brutal, but it's real. And here's the most important hook. If you want to dominate, if you want to achieve, if you want a life that most people only fantasize about, you must stop giving excuses power. You must recognize them for what they are, dreams assassins. They will rob you quietly, invisibly, and leave you with nothing but regrets if you let them. Stop rationalizing, stop hesitating, and stop telling yourself stories that keep you small. Every excuse is optional, but the cost of choosing them is permanent. The choice is yours. Either you take control or you let excuses steal your future piece by piece. Comfort is a trap disguised as safety, and it is the silent killer of ambition. Most people spend their lives chasing comfort, pretending that stability and ease are the ultimate goal, but the truth is, comfort is the breeding ground for mediocrity. You can scroll, sit, plan, and dream all you want, but none of that translates into results. Results are created in the moments when you push past pain, uncertainty, and fear. They are forged in action, in the grind, in the relentless pursuit of what seems impossible. The world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards dominance, courage, and execution. If you spend your days inside your comfort zone, you are not waiting for success. You are running from it. Here's a hook you need to feel deep in your bones. The second you choose comfort over action, someone else steps into the arena, takes the risk, and claims the prize. While you debate whether you're ready, while you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, someone else is out there building, creating, and winning. Life moves fast and there's no pause button. Opportunity waits for no one. Every hour you spend prioritizing comfort is a window of time that could have been used to dominate your field, build wealth, or expand your influence. People talk about luck and timing, but the truth is that luck is just action compounded over time. Action beats comfort every single time because comfort is static and action is exponential. Most people don't understand this. They think life is about waiting for the perfect conditions. They wait for motivation, inspiration, the right day, the right moment, but those things are illusions. The world rewards the relentless, not the patient. Champions don't negotiate with comfort, they smash through it. They wake up when the world sleeps, they put in work when others are resting, and they embrace the grind when everyone else complains. Every single step taken in discomfort, every risk accepted when it scares you, every challenge faced when it feels easier to quit, that is where real progress is made. Every moment you choose comfort instead, you're shrinking your potential, giving away pieces of your future to people willing to act. Here's another hook for you. Comfort is a slow poison. It disguises itself as peace, as rest, as balance, but it's really a cage. The longer you stay in it, the weaker, smaller, and less capable you become. Your goals start to feel distant, your dreams start to fade, and before you know it, your life looks nothing like the one you imagined. The gap between you and the winners is not talent, it's the willingness to act when it hurts, to take risks when it's uncomfortable, and to push forward when everyone else retreats. Comfort is easy, action is hard, but hardness builds strength. Weakness builds regret. Every time you choose action over comfort, you reinforce a powerful truth. The world bends to those who move, not to those who pause. Your future doesn't wait for permission. The difference between those who succeed and those who stagnate is simple. Willingness to endure discomfort, to embrace the grind, to move when it's easier to stay put. The people who dominate their fields, who build empires, who live lives most only dream of, they don't negotiate with comfort, they conquer it. And here's the harsh reality you need to accept. Every second you choose ease over effort is a second someone else uses to get ahead. Stop being nice to your comfort zone. It doesn't care about you. Be relentless. Push yourself. Take action. Dominate while others hesitate. Act now or watch your future get stolen piece by piece by the people willing to do what you won't. Discipline is the difference between dreaming and achieving. Talent fades. Motivation comes and goes. Inspiration is fleeting. But discipline is relentless. Discipline is the engine that powers success when the rest of the world is sleeping, when the excuses are piling up, when the temptation to quit is screaming in your ears. Most people think success is about luck or opportunity, but the truth is, those things are meaningless without discipline. Discipline is what turns ambition into results, ideas into empires, and potential into dominance. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by feeling motivated every day. They got there by showing up over and over, doing the work even when they didn't feel like it. Here's a hook that hits hard. Discipline is freedom disguised as restraint. The more you train yourself to act with consistency, to follow through when no one is watching, to prioritize long-term goals over short-term comfort, the less control the world has over you. Weak people wait for conditions to be perfect. Strong people force their conditions to be perfect through discipline. Discipline allows you to bend time, energy, and resources in your favor. It allows you to execute when others hesitate, to move when others stall, and to dominate when others quit. Without it, even the brightest idea or the strongest desire dies in the shadows of procrastination. Most people underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They think discipline is about grand gestures or heroic feats, but in reality, discipline is doing the things nobody else wants to do every single day. It's waking up early when the bed is warm. It's pushing through fatigue when your body is begging you to stop. It's saying no to distractions while others indulge. Each act of discipline is a deposit in the bank of your future. Every time you skip it, every time you choose ease over effort, you withdraw from your potential. And here's a hook you need to hear. Your future isn't built on motivation. It's built on the habits, routines, and discipline you show consistently, without applause, without recognition, and without excuses. Discipline doesn't make life easy. It makes it predictable, controllable, and unstoppable. When you develop the mental toughness to do what must be done, even when you don't want to, you create an unstoppable momentum. Nothing can knock you off course because discipline becomes your anchor, your shield, and your weapon. Every setback becomes temporary. Every challenge becomes a test, not a roadblock. Every opportunity becomes yours for the taking because you have trained yourself to act decisively without hesitation. Weak people complain. Disciplined people execute. And here's the brutal hook. The gap between those who succeed and those who fail is not intelligence, resources, or luck. It's discipline. Discipline is the silent assassin of excuses. When you are disciplined, excuses lose their power. When you are disciplined, comfort loses its grip. When you are disciplined, time becomes your ally rather than your enemy. Imagine waking up every day with a system in place, a plan executed flawlessly, a mind trained to act without wavering, while everyone else debates, hesitates, and complains. That is the ultimate power. That is the weapon that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. And here's the truth that will hit you like a punch. You can have talent, intelligence, and dreams, but without discipline, all of it will vanish. Discipline doesn't guarantee success, but without it, failure is guaranteed. It is the foundation, the engine, and the unstoppable force behind everything worth achieving. Delay is the silent killer of success. It disguises itself as patience, as strategy, or as caution, but in reality, delay is nothing more than procrastination in disguise. Every time you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, I need more time, or I'm not ready yet, you are stealing pieces of your own future. The longer you wait, the further opportunity moves out of reach and the more the world passes you by. Life doesn't pause for your preparation. Life doesn't wait for your comfort or for the stars to align perfectly. Every moment you delay is a moment your competitors, your peers, and even your rivals are using to get ahead. Delay is defeat in slow motion, and the cost is irreversible. Here's a hook that will cut through your excuses. The window to dominate opens and closes faster than you think. Every hour you waste convincing yourself to wait is a chance someone else is taking. Every second spent debating, hesitating, or overthinking is a second where your goals slip away. The world rewards decisiveness. It rewards action. It rewards people who move when others pause, who execute while others plan endlessly, who strike while others wait for perfection. There is no perfect moment. There is only the moment you decide to act. And the harsh truth is, most people never act. They delay. They delay until the fire inside them dies. They delay until their goals feel impossible. They delay until their dreams belong to someone else. Most people underestimate the destructive power of delay because it feels harmless. I'm just waiting, they say, but waiting is the language of losers. Delay builds walls around your potential. It convinces you that tomorrow is better than today, that someday will be easier than now. It is a thief that works quietly, invisibly, and methodically. And here's a hook you need to feel deep in your bones. Every delayed decision is a promise to yourself broken. Every postponed action is a surrender of control. Every later is a piece of your future that will never return. Success isn't built in comfort. It isn't built in hesitation. It is built in immediate, relentless action taken when the stakes are high, when fear is screaming, and when every instinct is telling you to wait. Think about it this way. The difference between the person who achieves extraordinary results and the one who never does is measured in moments seized versus moments wasted. Delay kills momentum. Momentum is what carries ordinary people past obstacles that would otherwise stop them. When you delay, you break that momentum before it even begins. You give yourself excuses, you give yourself reasons to stop, and you give yourself permission to remain small. Action creates momentum. Action compounds over time. Delay destroys both. And here's the punch. If you keep waiting for conditions to be perfect, you will spend your life standing still while everyone else moves past you. Every victory, every opportunity, every breakthrough waits for no one. Delay is seductive because it feels safe, but safety is the ultimate trap. It convinces you that waiting is wise, that preparation is everything, that patience equals strategy. But in reality, delay is fear dressed up as intelligence. It is avoidance masquerading as prudence. The people who dominate, the people who build empires, the people who live lives others can only dream about. They understand this instinctively. They don't wait. They act, they seize, they execute immediately. And here's the harsh hook. The longer you wait, the more your future slips away. Every second, yo. You delay is a second someone else is building, growing, and winning in the world you're ignoring. Action doesn't wait for perfection, and success doesn't wait for readiness. Delay equals defeat. The choice is yours. Move now or watch your opportunities vanish. Excuses are the easiest thing in the world to make, and yet they are the most destructive. They're the shortcut people take to feel safe without actually doing the hard work. They make you feel justified while your future slowly slips away. Every time you say, I can't because, or it's not my fault, you are choosing comfort over progress, weakness over strength, and stagnation over growth. Excuses are not harmless. They are silent thieves that rob you of opportunity, momentum, and respect. They're the cheap way out, the path of least resistance, and the enemy of everyone who has ever achieved anything meaningful. Here's a hook you need to hear. Every excuse is a small surrender to mediocrity, and every surrender compounds until your dreams belong to someone else. Most people underestimate how seductive excuses can be. They feel good in the moment. They protect your ego. They make you feel like you're still in control. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired. I don't have enough resources, you tell yourself, and each one feels safe, but safety is the language of failure. Every excuse you make is like signing a contract with mediocrity, agreeing to live below your potential, agreeing to let fear dictate your life while you focus on reasons you can't. Someone else is focused on reasons they must. They are executing while you are rationalizing. They are winning while you are whining. And here's the hook that will sting. Every excuse is a moment stolen from your future. Every explanation for why you can't is a reason someone else will beat you to the life you want. Excuses are a trap because they make inaction feel justified. You convince yourself that your limitations are real, that circumstances are against you, that waiting is the logical choice, but this is a lie. Circumstances never favor the weak. The world doesn't reward feelings, it rewards results. The person who achieves greatness doesn't ask permission or wait for convenience, they act. Discipline and execution trump excuses every single time. Weak people make excuses, strong people make decisions. The gap between failure and success is often measured not by talent, opportunity, or luck, but by the willingness to stop talking and start doing. Here's the punch. The more excuses you make, the further you drift from your goals. Every reason to delay or avoid action is a step backward, a piece of your future surrendered to fear, comfort, and laziness. Excuses are also contagious. Once you start giving them power, they multiply. You find new ways to rationalize failure. I'm too young, I'm too old, it's too hard. Suddenly the obstacles seem endless, not because they are insurmountable, but because you allowed excuses to inflate them. And here's a hook for you. No one achieves extraordinary results by inflating obstacles. They destroy them. The person who dominates their field doesn't debate the reasons they can't. They find a way to make it happen no matter what. The more you give excuses weight, the lighter your actions become until one day there's nothing left but regret and self-pity. Excuses are the ultimate lie you tell yourself. They give you the illusion of morality, of fairness, of logic, but in reality, they are cowardice dressed up as reason. Every excuse is a choice to avoid responsibility, a choice to let others define your success, a choice to settle for mediocrity. Here's the final hook you need to absorb. The world does not care about your excuses. It does not respect your reasons for failing. It only respects results, and results are built by action, persistence, and courage. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you reclaim control of your life. Stop rationalizing, stop delaying. Stop hiding behind reasons you can't. Excuses are cheap. Success is earned. The choice is yours. Pay the price of excuses or pay the price of greatness. Your future is not something that drops into your lap. It is not a reward for showing up, for hoping, or for wishing. It is something you fight for, something you grind for, and something you earn every single day. Too many people live under the illusion that success will find them, that opportunity will knock politely on their door, that the world owes them a life of comfort, wealth, or freedom. That illusion is deadly. Life owes you nothing. The world is indifferent to your desires, your dreams, and your excuses. If you want something, you take it, you claim it, you earn it with blood, sweat, and relentless action. Here's a hook that hits harder than anything else. If you sit back waiting for someone to hand you your future will be stolen by those who refuse to wait. Most people underestimate how personal a price of success is. It's not about talent, luck, or timing. It's about commitment. It's about showing up when no one else is watching, doing the work that nobody wants to do, and pushing past pain, doubt, and fear. Your future is built on decisions made today, not dreams imagined for tomorrow. Every choice you make, every action you take, every sacrifice you endure adds bricks to the life you will live. And every time you hesitate, procrastinate, or make excuses, you tear down those bricks, leaving a weaker foundation, a smaller future, a life of what ifs instead of victories. Here's a hook you need to feel. Your future is not a gift, it is a battlefield, and only warriors earn it. Too many people wait for perfect conditions. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect resources, the perfect motivation. That waiting is the opposite of earning. The world doesn't operate on perfection. It operates on execution. People who dominate understand this instinctively. They don't negotiate with timing. They don't complain about resources. They don't ask for permission. They act relentlessly and without hesitation. They understand that every day spent idle is a day stolen from their own future. And here's the punch. The longer you wait for life to hand you what you want, the more your competitors, the more the ambitious, the more the relentless are taking the life you could have had. Earning your future requires accountability. You are responsible for the outcomes of your actions, the quality of your work, and the trajectory of your life. Blaming circumstances, people, or luck is a trap. Excuses are the enemy of those who understand that nothing in life is guaranteed except effort and persistence. Every great achievement in history was earned by someone who refused to quit, someone who refused to rationalize, someone who refused to settle. And here's a hook you need to absorb. If you want extraordinary results, you must accept extraordinary responsibility. No one can fight for your future but you. No one can sweat for your success but you. No one can take the risks, endure the failures, and push through the pain but you. Your future is earned through action, discipline, and resilience. Every day you push yourself, every obstacle you overcome, every challenge you embrace builds your future stronger than it was the day before. Every moment you choose comfort, delay, or excuses, you weaken it. Here's a hook that should wake you up. The world does not reward your dreams, it rewards your execution. The life you want, the success you crave, the freedom you dream about, it's not given, it's fought for. The people who dominate the world aren't waiting, they're building, grinding, and taking it piece by piece, day by day. Your future isn't a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice, courage, and relentless action. If you want it, you earn it. So here's the truth. Nobody else will tell you. Stop talking, stop whining, stop making excuses. Every excuse you tell yourself is like carving out a piece of your future and throwing it away. The clock is ticking and your future isn't waiting. It's either you dominate your life today or life dominates you tomorrow. Get up, take control, execute relentlessly. Your future isn't promised, it's earned. And it starts right now. No excuses,